Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch, wearing my I may be wrong, but I doubt it t-shirt, one of my favorites. Welcome. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. Good to see you. Good to see you. And of course, it's me, Mitch. Oh, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Hey, first order of business, as usual, drink it if you got it. While the mobs race in. Oh, I decided this morning, I had a cup of coffee earlier, been up since 4 a.m. 4 a.m., yes sir, wide awake, been working, doing some fairly complex computer work this morning, trying to get it out of the way so I don't have to think about it all day. And then went out and watched Kilts. Had a good show this morning. Had a good show. It was a lovely young lady, and I emphasize young. 40 is young. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I am looking forward. I heard him talk about the fact that he's looking forward to my visit on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to probably come back Friday midday, get there Thursday midday. That'd be probably enough of me for him to put up with. And I heard today that he's going to be on a 5-day fast while I'm there, so I guess we aren't going to be going out to eat. Maybe I should eat before I go, and then I'll fast the rest of the time too. We'll see. We will see. One thing I noticed this morning on Kilts, that the chat wasn't nearly as busy, and it's possibly because I didn't see Peter in there. Is he all right? Anybody heard what happened to Peter? I did see Peter in the chat on Butter Bob's live stream last night, so I'm hoping he's okay, but it's very unusual. Have we seen Peter in here yet this morning? Peter, where are you? I'm afraid, Peter, that, well, let me just show this. I'm afraid that maybe
twisted. Get away from me, you freaks! I can't outrun them. Not the pretzels. Somebody help!
I'm afraid Peter might have met a grisly end. The pretzels may have caught up with him. I hope not. So, Peter, let us know if you're okay. Whoa, okay, thank you. Wow, he came in later in the chat. All right, I was worried. The mutant pretzels, yeah. Rick, good morning. How you doing? That was funny, wasn't it? Compliments of Barry Simon, of course. Thank you, Barry. The mutant pretzels. Oh, how about that? Okay. It's Monday. Monday the 13th. Better than Friday the 13th, I guess. Yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. And trying to think if there's anything I want to talk about. I think I'll just start saying hi to people. A lot of people here already. 67 to start off. Not bad. Not bad. Mike Seeley. I didn't create this live stream until this morning. I forgot yesterday. So it wasn't even available for chat until about a little after 4 this morning. When I got up, I said, did I forget something? It happens once in a while. So I put it up, and of course Mike Seeley was first one in from Tampa Bay, and he got here at 5:42 a.m., so I got here in plenty of time. Lady June, good morning to you. Rough Carnivore from Guam, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And Wayne Herman from Lake Gaston, North Carolina. Richard Williams, Tennessee's chiming in this morning. Mike Seeley Sr. from Melbourne chiming in this morning. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Rick chimed in. Good morning, Rick. And Lori, my faithful follower. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you this morning. Brian Dish is here saying hi to all the Mitch fits. I guess I qualify. Steve Rogers from Kansas City. All the usual suspects. Superhero. Captain America. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Steve. How are you? And CB. Good morning, Mitch and the Mitch. That's hi, CB. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you this morning. Barry Simon. Hiya, Barry. Massachusetts, 70 today and 81 tomorrow. Wow. Wow, summertime already. Larry Ryan. Good morning, Mitch and all the Mitch fits. And Brian Dish is here with us. Good morning, Brian. And as if it's any surprise, we have the Daily Double of Lambs and Robbie Autry. Good morning to all of you. And you are the winners this morning, and what a surprise. Followed immediately by Marla Kelly within milliseconds. What a race. Retired Rick, good morning to you, and Anthony is here. And Rick is back. Let's get quacking. Sharon is here this morning. Good morning. Good morning to you, my BBB and E. And Brian Airy. Good morning. Oh, great morning. Even better. Don't hate me for this. And it may sound very strange to you, but believe it or not, Monday is my favorite day of the week for some unknown to me reason. Monday morning, when I get out of bed on Monday morning, it feels to me like kind of like a fresh start. It always has. I've always looked forward to Monday. I may be the only human on the planet Earth that looks forward to getting the weekend over with so we can get back to it. I always would rather be working or accomplishing something than just recreating. I don't know why. So I think I'm at my happiest and most optimistic on Monday mornings. Sorry, folks. Live with it. Live with it. But I like Mondays. I like Mondays. And Mondays are great shopping days for people who actually want to go shopping without big crowds. Stay away from the stores on the weekends. Monday, everybody's too busy being depressed, I think. So, TGIM. There you go. Brian here, yeah, great morning. It is a great morning. Lizzie, good morning to you, Lizzie, and Chuck. Super Tunes, I hear the music. Don Changa, good morning to you. Good morning to you, my friend. And Rick, you're squawking. Why am I not surprised? Brenda McIntyre from Illinois. Hi, Brenda. How are you? And who else we got here? B. Matt Bryan. Brian B. Matt, Bride's Biscuit is here with us, and Thomas. Thomas sent me a meme this morning, which has got me very concerned because we may have been wrong. We may have been wrong all these years about what our ancestors really ate. And it's got me thinking. So let me show you. You tell me, ask me what you think. It says here, a newspaper says, vegan scientist finds cave drawing proving the hunting of plants. Now, whoever created this meme didn't realize they put proving the twice in the headline, which means that how smart could they have been? This is funny. This is funny. And he just sent it to me a few minutes ago, and I said, oh, I got to show everybody this. And it says, if you look at the picture here, they actually are. They're hunting plants, and they're capturing it with a rope, so it doesn't run away. It's important, but and it says a vegan scientist had uncovered what she says is evidence that early humans were plant hunters after examining a newly discovered prehistoric cave painting that shows figures hunting plants rather than animals. Speaking to reporters yesterday, Dr. Karen, her name is Karen Green, a prominent researcher known for her work on plant-based diets and human evolution, announced the discovery. Yes, sir. I guess that's proof positive, and shame on us for believing anything else. Anything else. I thought that was interesting. And Thomas wrote, I think you'll find this funny. You're right on, Thomas. Right on, man. It was a great meme. A great meme. I like it. I like it. Oh, wow. Boy, I see Rick's talking about AI needs to be more creative. I'll tell you what, good old Nelson. Wow, Nelson. I don't know if you're watching this morning, but maybe not from New York, but you're becoming a real whiz. You're becoming a real whiz at this AI video creation. Holy cow. I'm still not a fan of it, my friend. Sorry. I'm still not a fan of a video that basically is devoid of human participation and just slides and an AI voice. Although the scripting is very, very good on the stuff that you're doing, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to know how to do it. I want to come on here, and when you watch one of my things, you're going to see me live. And if I screw up, I screw up. That's life. But it is life. It is reality anyway, not just some computer talking. Ah, that's good. Wow, that's good. That's Barry, thank you so much. That is that Life Boost coffee that you sent me. I still don't know much about it, but it's my second pot that I made with that, and it's delicious coffee. I really enjoy it. It's got to cost a fortune, unfortunately. I have to look it up. I imagine you can get it on Amazon, but wow. It's very, very good. Very good. I like it. Did I tell you I liked it? Barry sent me that. He says, I'm not going to drink this stuff. You should have kept it, Barry. It's good coffee. If you want, I'll send it back. Let me know. Let me know. Where did I leave off? With Thomas and Chuck and Danny. Danny in Boston. Hiya, Danny. How are you? Good morning to you. And who is this? Fernando Passos. How you doing from Sao Paulo, Brazil? Bon dia, my friend. Bon dia. Karen Field. Karen Field, hello from Derbyshire, England. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. What an international show we have here. We have Guam. We have Australia. We have Brazil. Wow, wow, wow. Even a few of us in America. And Chuck from Clearwater. Lucy Workus here. Hiya, Lucy. Good to see you. And great visit coming from Mitch. Rick, I guess you're talking about kilts. I was surprised to hear her mention that. I'm glad he's looking forward to it. I'll try not to be too tough on the boy. But I would say it will be very interesting to be a fly on the wall when he and I get together off camera. But that stuff's going to remain, unless you got a fly with a, that's radio controlled with a microphone and a camera in it. All right, who did I miss so far? Everybody has gotten heavily into the chatting already, and I'm up to 7:03. Wow, you guys get right to it. You get right to it, Rick. I still haven't seen Peter in here. Wow. Oh. Barry Simon says, Mitch, memes are coming in with Thomas's help. Oh, I got people now. That's great. That's great. That's great. Chris Swain, good morning from Australia. Hi, Mitch. Sorry, didn't know where Peter is. No news in Australia. No, he's not there. He's not there. Wait. Papa Carnivore is here. When is that price increase happening? RR. What price increase are we talking about? YouTube is raising the premium $2. Yes. Yes, they are. I got a notice of that. I imagine next month. Everything I got that email the same day that I talked about what, I don't know, what word should I use? Should I use the word whore or prostitute? Which one is more socially acceptable when talking about these big companies, these big media companies, raising their prices 10 to 15%, 20% every year because they can't get away with it? I was explaining how much money YouTube Premium costs, and they go ahead and I get an email, and they say, unfortunately, we're forced to raise our prices $2 a year. Well, I think that we need to get a GoFundMe page going on for Google. I got to feel sorry for these people. The way that email read, they are really struggling to make it. And unfortunately, they're forced to up the price 15% over what it was this year. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. Well, maybe we should throw a benefit for Google, a little fundraiser, charity fundraiser for them. Well, I see Peter is here this morning. Yes, sir. Okay, Peter. Were you here when I played let me play it for you again, because I was afraid, young man, that
Ass is twisted. Get away from me, you freaks. I can't outrun them. Not the pretzels. Somebody help.
I was afraid that they caught you, Peter. I didn't see you on Kelsey this morning, and it's very unusual. Very unusual. I'm glad you're all right, and the pretzel monsters didn't catch you. But it's good to see that you're running from them. You're running from them now. That's a change for the better, my friend. Absolutely a change for the better. Okay. Let me peruse a little bit here. A little comment on that first time. But 7:05, 15 minutes behind. Not too bad. So Speeder right, he shouldn't have ate those poor pretzels. Well, he knows that. I think he knows that now. Wow, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Donna Ray, good morning to you. Bacon Runner, good morning, Mitch and all. And the skeptical mechanic, somebody I haven't seen before. Good morning. Dreaming of meat, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Right now, I'm looking forward to bacon and eggs this morning. Yesterday, oh, wow, Jerry Voitush. I don't know. Yeah, there you are, Jerry Voitush. Good morning from Ponte Vedra Beach. Jerry, I ate some of that brisket you brought me yesterday. Wow, that was so tender. That was, I need you to tell me, send me an email and tell me how you cook that, step by step. I'm going to do the same thing. That was so good and juicy, and you had it sliced it into pretty thick slices, and I took one of those thick slices, at least a half an inch thick. I cut it in half. I made myself 4 chaffles with the cheddar cheese and egg only, and I made 2 brisket sandwiches. Oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. Next time I do that, I'm going to have to make a video just to show it off. I didn't even take a picture of it, but God, was it good. Did I tell you it was good? Wow. So thank you so much for that. I've still got about 2/3 of the package that you brought me left, which is going to be enough for another couple of meals. So when I make that, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to make a little short video about how wonderful these chaffles are. Got it? You know, I actually can make 4 chaffles out of 2 eggs and some shredded cheddar, and that's it. No, nothing else. And the cheese, by putting the cheese in the waffle maker first, letting it melt down, then pouring the egg in, then sprinkle a little more cheese on top of the egg and close the waffle maker, the cheese makes kind of like a crunchy outside, and you don't even taste egg. But God, was that good. One of Carnivore's little pleasures. I do use those things now. I make egg sandwiches and eggs and bacon sandwiches. Make my version of a McDonald's egg McMuffin. Should I call it an egg McChaffle? Maybe. But I used to love eating eggs on bagels. And if I missed anything doing this carnivore stuff, it was just eating these proteins on some kind of bread. But the chaffle just satisfies that urge with absolutely no nutritional detriment at all. They were really popular in keto a couple of years ago. Everybody was making chaffle videos, and they were talking about all different ways to make chaffles, and they ended up coming out no good for you with all the crap people kept putting in it. The xanthan gum and this and that and the almond flour and the way that I'm making them now with just some shredded cheddar and egg, they're good for you. You get eggs out of it. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. And you put a good, thick, juicy slab of some kind of meat on there, like that brisket, and it's heaven. It's heaven. That might be the best tip I give today. God, Mitch, you're so excited about that. I am. I am. It was absolutely great. Absolutely great. Lewis is here. Hi, Lewis. How you doing this morning? Happy Monday. The heat is on in New York City. Yeah, Kiltz and Nelson are up there. I hear you had a little carnivore activity. And Thomas is talking to Barry. We should continue to collaborate and use my Target name and the first initials of your name and call it Target BS. People can take it any way they want. That's right, Barry. Your initials are BS. Cool. Cool. Well, it's not always detrimental. I mean, there's a degree called a BS degree, Bachelor of Science. Is that a Bachelor of Scientism, perhaps? That's what Kilty would say. And we have here Emitis. Good morning, Emitis. How are you? How are you? I gotta get close to this. Mike Tolbertson. I guess that's where the space goes. From Idaho. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Barry agrees. He loves it. Target PS. Well, we do that. We do that every day. And here's where Peter chimed in and said, "Good morning." Good morning, Peter. You missed my opening, so I replayed it for you. Here's somebody that agrees with me. I love Mondays. I stay home on the weekend, and I'm out and about during the week. Less people. That's true. I always notice that. I've been pretty much retired. Never had to report anywhere for work, although I do a lot of work on my own time. I noticed that when I was 62, that was, holy cow, 17 years ago when I retired at 62. That I must much rather be out and about on Monday and stayed home on the weekends. Terry B. driving, pulled over to say good morning. Always a good idea. I don't want to be responsible for any car accidents. I like this one. Yeah, Rick says the pretzels didn't get beat. Boy, are we relieved. We would hate to lose Peter. Hear that, Peter? We'd hate to lose you, buddy. Any QQQs yet? No, nobody wants to, is not curious this morning. Liz is here. Good morning, Liz. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Oh, you guys are deep into it already. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. I'm not fond of all the AI videos. The humanity is completely disappearing from YouTube. I think the shorts were bad enough. Just blasting you with information. And I know there's science behind what the best way to get information into the human brain, and it's by a combination that uses more than one sense. So it's either with sound and video or video and text flashing up there, whatever it is. Those are the things that brainwashing, the tools of brainwashing that get people sitting with their, toothpick eyes just held open by toothpicks, just downloading information. Never thinking about anything, just absorbing shit. They used to call that subliminal. They still do that stuff. Whereas you go to a movie and one frame out of all those frames might be a picture of a Coca-Cola. Just, it happens so fast. You don't consciously perceive it, but your brain perceives the image, Coke. And they do that every 5 minutes or so. Honey, I really feel like having a Coke. I don't know why. Well, that's what they're doing to us. That same kind of thing. Direct to brain. You know, your eyes and ears don't even realize what's happening to you when you watch some of this stuff. And the psychology behind it is brilliant. Which is probably why I'm not very fond of all this AI stuff with the flashing letters. Thomas is starting to send me stuff on a regular basis now. I don't see what it is, Thomas. It looks like an empty email. Well, we'll have to take a look at it on the computer. And Chen Wu Yang. Can't make this up. Oops. Wait a minute. Chen, how do you pronounce that? Yang, or I don't know. Hi there. Hope this email finds you well. We're a brand focusing on home healthcare products and mostly looking for creative creators. Did he really use it? Creative creators to make promotional videos for our thermometers, which will be found on Amazon and YouTube. Wow. I'm sure this guy spent days watching my videos to be impressed by just how creative a creator, and offer me this tremendous opportunity. And he's willing to pay me $50, 50 whole dollars, to make a qualified video for his product. Video requirements. Duration, 3 minutes, including unboxing, actual usage demo, and your honest experience sharing. Upload to YouTube and Amazon. Cross-posting to TikTok, Instagram Reels is highly encouraged. Content naturally highlight the product's key features in your unique style. I'm reading this to you because I get 10 of these every day. And each one is funnier than the next. And the sad thing is what they're basically asking me to do is like 3-4 hours of actual work to make $50. And now they didn't even say anything about getting paid a commission when somebody buys it. I get hundreds of them. Hundreds. You wouldn't believe some of the products. Routinely, what I do is I just mark them as spam and block the sender so they don't keep bugging me. Because if I don't block them, I'll get a series of 5 emails over the next 2 weeks. Sorry to bother you. We sent you an email a week ago. Maybe you'd missed it. And they'll tell me again. And they'll get increasingly sorrier to bother me until they finally give up. And I'm tired of getting all those emails. I made that video over the weekend about that little vacuum sealer. I'm trying to phase out that part of my channel where I sound like the Home Shopping Club. These companies always want to send me this stuff now. The 2 companies that I did rep for, I'm not sad that I did. WeVac, the vacuum sealers, and Typher. I don't want to do that. I don't want my channel to become the Home Shopping Network. But these things are great tools. And they sent me this little vacuum sealer, which is after the 20% off, like $130-something on Amazon. And for $130, I've never seen anything of that quality. I paid $150 for some of these junk Food Saver ones that can't even get through a whole session of sealing bags before you can't get them to actually work. This thing, I was very impressed with it. So I showed it to you. Whether you want one or not, it's a good low-cost vacuum sealer for the average person who doesn't need to seal a whole lot of stuff. But even if you did, I think this would work pretty good. Their bags, however, from WeVac and their sister company, Vesta, which ships, you know, right here in the States. It's great. They get them quick to you. The cheapest vacuum bags and the best quality I've ever used. So for that reason, I push them. I'm not making enough money to be covering the amount of time it takes me to make these videos and talk about them. So I got to get out of that. It's a losing proposition. I did make a commitment to these two companies, and they've sent me a lot of stuff, and I feel kind of an obligation. I got one more, maybe two more unopened products here yet waiting for me to review. Typher sent me their new sink oven. It's the biggest box that I've gotten so far. You should have seen me after my stroke recovery trying to wrestle that box from the front porch into the house and up and put it under somewhere until I'm going to get ready to review it. But it's an oven. It's like a toaster oven, but it's made by Typher. It's not all too that expensive, but I'm thinking to myself, you know, that may be a great solution for doing indoor slow cooking of things like ribs or a big thick cut of meat like a brisket or something like that. But then I say, why do I need that? I got an oven. So we'll see. But they sent it to me. I told them once before I don't think I want to review it, but they sent me an email and said, well, we don't, you don't have to review it. We're not, you know, you don't have to, we just want to send it to you anyway. How do you say no to something like that? So it came. Start your own YouTube channel. You'll see what happens. Everybody and their brother wants to make money on your efforts. Okay. How do we get off on that? How do we get off on that? All right, Simon said, let me know and I'll buy you a bag of coffee. Thanks, Barry. Oh, now I've talked about the price increase and yeah, $2 a month more. Not just $1. They usually raise these things by $1. They know they can get away with $1. Nobody balks over $1. But you don't realize that these things, $1 adds up, and $2 certainly adds up when they do it every year to you. When I first started with the YouTube Premium, it was like $8.95 a month. Now it's twice that. Peter says, Kelsey keeps on making sounds like if you don't eat raw meat, you're not getting enough fat or the right kind of fat. I like my steaks and meat cooked, not raw. Your thoughts? I agree, Peter. It's like everything else. Kelsey's, you know, he's got his convictions. He's got it. Sometimes people listen to the way he explains things and don't catch the nuance, or I don't get that from him, because on, you know, right after he says eat that, he says basically eat a French fry dipped in duck fat mayonnaise, you know, or a dirty martini once in a while. Is there more nutrition available in raw meat or raw fat? I would think that there might be. Does it mean you can't get adequate nutrition if you cook your meat? So maybe you get 90% of the nutrients you would have if it was raw. Are all the nutrients destroyed by cooking? I doubt that. Somehow we manage to live, and most carnivores do not eat raw. And the same can be said for the organ meats. Many carnivores, myself included, are not real fond of organ meats and don't go out of my way to eat them. I like the rare to raw philosophy better. I personally enjoy a rare steak. Pittsburgh, seared on the outside, but red and juicy on the inside. I think, in my own personal opinion, and people that want their steaks well done on the shoe leather side are ruining a perfectly good piece of meat. But there are some people who just have an aversion to eating anything that has any semblance of blood coming out of it. To each his own. And whatever you do, make the best of it. Make the best of it. None of us are going to get out of here alive or survive it. Just whatever makes you feel better, whatever makes you feel healthier, that's what you should do. You can try things. There's things I just simply won't try. And eating raw meat is one of them. I'm just not eating raw meat. Sorry. I am not a lion. I'm a human being. And we human beings have been holding our food over a fire for 1,000,000 years now. There must be something to it. I've heard every excuse. Well, there may be some parasites in there. There may be some bacteria in there, and the heat kills them. And blah, blah, blah. We can come up with any rationalization that satisfies us so that we end up doing what we want to anyway. We're going to do what we want to. That comes first. The rationalization comes later. The fact that we want to do something, there's a cost for that too. And the fact that meat, in my opinion, just tastes so much better when you lightly cook it. Or eggs too. Now, I'm working on cooking my eggs less and less and less, because I truly believe that I'll get a little more nutrition. And maybe drinking raw eggs would be the best thing to do, because that's what the chicken comes from. The chicken doesn't come from a boiled egg, it comes from a raw egg. So you got to at least believe that the nutrients are pretty much intact in an egg. So, and I've been overcooking them. When I made omelets, I would always burn them. I didn't want them runny at all. And then I finally discovered a few months ago that a better way for me to cook eggs is cook the bacon in the pan, pour out some of the bacon grease, but leave plenty in there. Pour the eggs in and immediately start to scramble them up just until they get solid, and then take them out of the pan. So none of the eggs have a burnt outside or a dark outside on them. And that's my concession to eating raw. But I'm not going to drink my eggs. I'm going to eat my eggs, and I'm rediscovering the egg sandwich with the chaffles. So one thing I heard Brother Bob say last night on his show, he had a great show with Amy last night. She was terrific. I don't know if Amy's here this morning, but if any of you see Amy, tell her. Mitch complimented her on the Butter Bob show on Sunday night. I watched it up until about 8:40, and then it was already on an hour and 40 minutes, and I said, I gotta get to sleep. So I had to shut it off. I don't know how long that thing actually went. Sounds like Peter's getting back on the carnivore track. Congratulations, Peter. Good to see you. And Jerry Voiter says, isn't that amazing? Glad you enjoyed it. I did, Jerry. And anytime, my friend, this is an open invitation. Anytime you happen to be driving by my place on Interstate 95 and just so happen to have vacuum sealed brisket with you, you have my permission to stop in, even unannounced, and unload it here. Always welcome. I'm telling you, that's the best brisket I've had. And I go to Sonny's, and they make good brisket, Sonny's Barbecue. But what you brought me was out of this world, just out of this world. I don't know what you did or where you got that brisket, but I want to hear all about it. And Peter says that I'm never going to eat raw chicken or pork. Well, if y'all remember carnivore camaraderie, Schwartz. Joey Schwartz. Remember Joey Schwartz? Wunderkind. Remember him? Young kid. Became everybody's favorite pet on Carnivore. Everybody was pushing his channel. Bart K was pushing him. Ken Burry was pushing him. And his kid was the second coming of expertise. And he just started to get a channel and got a lot of subscribers, and it went right to his head, and he started to become the world's foremost authority on everything. That little shit became so arrogant, I couldn't watch him anymore, and he went on this raw kick, and he started blasting people that didn't eat everything raw, and he started blasting people that didn't eat chicken raw, and he blasted Ken Burry, and he blasted Bart K, and they didn't like it. And that, my friends, was the end of Joey Schwartz. I hear he's still around, but I have no use for that kid. What a snot-nosed, conceited little narcissist who knew nothing about life. And if there was ever an example of somebody who bit the hand that fed them, it was good old Joey. And if you remember Joey Schwartz, you remember that controversy went on for quite a while. Ask Bart K if he remembers Joey. No, Tammy says Peter's okay with a few pretzels as long as they're not covered in chocolate. No, he's not. Just like I'm not okay with a few blueberries. There are certain addictions or certain triggers, like you have to consider them like alcohol to an alcoholic. You can't keep trying to rationalize it. For you, maybe, you can have a few pretzels. I know a lot of people that can eat a few pretzels. I think Peter and I share pretzels as a no-no. I just can't do it. I can't do it and shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it. Yeah, people talk about chaffles here. All right, Donna Ray got out the grill yesterday. Ribs and pulled pork on the way. Yes, there's nothing wrong with eating pork. I eat pork almost every day in the form of bacon. And I eat chicken every day in the form of eggs. Like, that's my mainstay food. The nice thing about that is I think I get tremendous nutrition from it. I don't think there's anything bad about it. I think that lard or bacon fat is very good for you. I did agree with Kilt this morning. Kilt says something interesting about how we name things and how we refer to things like saturated fat. Well, there are some plant fats that are saturated in the form of coconut oil and avocado oil. And there are tons of animal fats that are, in one way or another, not saturated fats. In fact, let me ask Google. Let me see what Google says about that, because let's see. Hang on a second. What percentage of animal fat is saturated fat?
Animal fat typically contains between 38% and 50% saturated fat. Beef fat averages around 50%, while dairy fats, like butter, are around 52%.
Okay, so there you are. Half or less of animal fats in general are actually saturated fats. In fact, a very healthy type of fat is a monounsaturated fat. And lard has a high percentage of that. These are good fats. It doesn't have to be saturated. The industry, the propaganda, the naysayers always talk about animal fats as saturated fats. Now, saturated fats are good for you, but they've demonized them. But they never mention the fact that half or less of all the fat that you get from animals are actually saturated fats. I don't think it makes all that much difference as long as you stay away from the polyunsaturated fats, the PUFAs. They're a little too reactive, I think, and will bind up with many of the things that end up causing inflammation in our body. I like Kiltz's idea. I like his idea of referring, instead of talking about protein and carbs and this and that, macros, and to divide foods into two categories. Much simpler to understand. You either eat animals or plants or a combination of both. It's much easier to tell somebody who wants to be healthy, just eat your food from animals. Make sure you don't cut away the fat. Just eat eggs the way they come. Plenty of fat. Eat fattier cuts of beef. Don't worry about it. Eat butter. There's ways to add fat to your diet. Much simpler. Much simpler. And he said that this morning, and I agree with him 100%. What's your food come from? Is it out there walking around? Or is it stuck in the ground? That's it. Simple distinction. When it gets scared, does it run away? Or does it try to poison you? Simple. Easy to understand. Very easy. Very simple to understand. Kathy B. here. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Good morning. I've been making cheesesteak chaffles. Just ate cheesesteak meat. Oh, yes. Yes, from Philadelphia. I know a good cheesesteak. That's a good idea. The chaffles are fun. And they're easy to make and they're quick to make. The thing that I found about the chaffles is just make sure you make them a little ahead of time, because I think you want the chaffles to have a chance to cool down and crisp up a little bit before you use them. So make the chaffles ahead of time. Make them in a half an hour ahead of time before the food is ready. And by that time, you got a nice crispy cold thing that to make sandwiches, something that we carnivores have had to give up. No more. No more. And as long as you don't start filling your sandwich full of stuff you don't want to eat. Oh, there's a big hunk of lettuce would look nice on. No, don't do it. Keep it simple. The chaffles with the Sam's Club frozen burger patties, which according to the ingredients list are only beef. And they don't have all the stuff. They don't have natural flavors or anything. And if they start putting that on the label, I'll stop buying them. I heard somebody on Kiltz warned this morning that so much of the ground beef out there is starting to appear with, quote, natural flavors. What the hell is included in that category? I guarantee it's something they're trying to hide from you. Otherwise, they wouldn't try to lump it under natural flavors like they used to lump all these poisonous food dyes under natural coloring. And what does natural mean anyway? I used to joke that you're telling me that because it says all natural that it must be good for you? Well, cyanide is all natural. Hemlock is all natural. So, yeah, go ahead. Make yourself a hemlock and cyanide shake. Make sure you put plenty of almonds in there. Semantics. Semantics. Everybody's got different definitions for the same words. Donna Ray. Oh, some people take photos of their kids, Donna Ray, and other people take photos of their food. I've got plenty of food photos, so I guess I'm one of them. Barry Simon says, work in progress, sends me an email. What did he send me here? Let's see.
Mitch, ever wonder about the mysteries of the universe?
Oh, it's a conversation between me and Kiltz. Okay, I'll look at that later. I got to get through this. It's 5 minutes to 8 already. And thank you all for being here. Myra, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Target BS. We all ought to target the BS out there. I think we do. I think we do. Oh, my phone is going ding-a-ling. Let's see. What's this? Somebody sent me
Mitch, ever
a
wonder about the
text this morning.
Mitch, ever wonder?
It's Jerry Voitush. Hang on a second. You guys get to live my life with me. Oh, okay. He sent me. He's sending me instructions on how to Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, my friend. And Thomas has sent me another meme. Oh my God! All right, I will download them and get them queued up, and we'll show them tomorrow. And Sam's Club is advertising Mother's Day to me already. Wow, it's a good thing I got this cell phone, because otherwise I would miss out on all these great deals and business opportunities that are offered to me 30, 40 times a day from everywhere. Oh, man. All right, I'm a half hour behind. Got to get through this. Going to start the race. I've been reading every word of them up to now. But let's see. It's a question for Peter from Brian Airy. What kind of salt do you use on your steaks? Inquiring minds. And Peter's right there in the answer. I use malted, smoked, or regular sea salt flakes on my steaks. It's the best. Malted makes good salts. Got a link to their smoked salt on my Amazon links on my webpage. In case you didn't know they're there, all the crap I use, good crap, right? It's good crap that I use to make carnivore easier and better for me as a single man recovering from a stroke who doesn't. I don't want to spend my day in the kitchen cooking. All that stuff is on that Amazon page. All the supplements I take, everything is there. It's like a regular tour de force of carnivore gadgets. So it's on OldGuyCarnivore.com, my website. There's a lot of stuff on that website that might be interesting to you. On a page called Links to Stuff I Use Every Day. Daniel. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Does anyone have any issues with the Dreo Chef Maker internal probe? It keeps ripping every 1 month or 1.5 months. Dreo customer service is great. I've never seen one of them, Daniel. I know that a lot of people have them. For some reason, I never got involved with Dreo. That was years ago, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. They first came out. They seemed to find Dante Ferrigno, and he started pushing them. But I was always looking for the more inexpensive ones. And I started my air fryer adventures with the Z-Star, which is $120, which I still have and still works. And it's still a good air fryer. I never made an arrangement with Ninja. I just put them on my Amazon links, but I never had an arrangement with them. The first air fryer company itself that I ever actually affiliated or took their email seriously was the Typher. And to this day, even though it's the most expensive, the Dome 2 is my go-to air fryer. The Typher Dome 2. The Typher Sync air fryer is great also with the built-in thermometer. I've got it in my cabinet, but I never use it. I always just default to the Dome 2. It's so easy to use, and there's no cleaning whatsoever, self-cleaning thing. And I use it almost every day for something. Now they sent me this new Sync oven with the built-in Bluetooth thermometer, and we'll see what that looks like. Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll unbox it. wrestle with that huge box. Yeah, Rick says I avoid raw because I eat dumpster meats. Well, I would too, Rick. I think that's a very smart decision on your part. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here, somebody else new checked in. Amy. Hi, Amy. I really enjoyed you and Bob last night. It was a great show. You guys did great. You did great. I was watching. I even chatted a little bit, which is something I don't usually do. But kudos on that one. Kudos on that one. And I'm still jealous of the hair. Oh, you guys, you just keep me busy this morning, sending me all kinds of stuff. What is this? Oh, Curry Man sent me something. Oh yeah, Curry Man sent me the. Oh, he sent it back to Thomas too. He sent it to a whole bunch of people. I'm on his mailing list, evidently. But yeah, I found it funny. I'll have to answer that and tell him that we talked about it. Yeah, that was funny. The cave painting of them hunting vegetables. Steve says, Steve McAvoy, hi, Steve, how are you? I have to cook my steaks. I don't like them to moo at me. I don't mind them, being rare, but I don't want them raw. I like them seared, at least. And there was a reason they started doing that, because if there was any bacteria, it was always on the outside of the meat. So if you can find a way to burn the outside of your meat with the inside still being close to raw, that's probably the safest. And it just so happens that's probably the tastiest. And if you understand how evolution works, you'll understand that our taste, when something tastes good, it tastes good for a reason. When something tastes bad, it tastes bad for a reason. That's an early warning system for us. So the fact that the seared meat tastes better to you means that that is the preferred way that we had it as we evolved. When things give us more pleasure, most often than not, there's something we need or want. Up until we co-opted with our science and manufacturing over the last, say, few hundred or few thousand years. So when you want to try to figure out what is really normal for the way we're programmed in our genetics, which is very, almost exactly the same as it was in the caveman days, the best way is to study the world that existed around the caveman and what they had to do to survive. And that's where the instincts that we're saddled with came from. And those instincts have been hijacked by commerce and big food companies and all of them to make the foods that aren't good for us anymore trigger the same sensory input as the foods that used to be good for us, but contain bad stuff. It's all about what benefited survival. But in this world, it's all artificial intelligence now. It's all manipulated. And they've hijacked every one of those evolutionary survival systems and figured out how to addict us to things to make money. Tommy said, I started buying the cheapest eggs I can get. I realized that in 3 years buying the most expensive pasture-raised eggs, it just isn't worth it for me. I said that. Maybe the pasture-raised eggs have a little bit of nutrition that the other eggs don't have. But I always said, if you could take an egg fertilize it and let it hatch, and it ends up in a living chicken. It's an egg. It's a good enough egg. It's got enough nutrients to build a living thing. It's got enough nutrients for you. I truly believe that. I do buy the pasture-raised eggs from Sam's because they're not that expensive. They're $5.50 for 18 eggs, and if I eat half a dozen eggs a day, that's $2. Less than $2 worth of eggs. Throw $2 worth of bacon, half a pound of bacon, for $4. I got pretty much most of my daily nutritional needs covered. Half a pound of bacon and 6 eggs. And I love it. I never get tired of it either. And that's my body rewarding me with giving it what it needs. The only time you get, I think, bored with food is when there's something missing from it. And the fact that you are getting bored is you got to listen to your body and your subconscious sending you a red flag warning, we're missing this or that. When you don't want variety, I notice for a fact, when you don't want variety, it means you're nourished. When you're malnourished, you start to crave variety. Your subconscious is saying, we're missing this and that. Here's the shopping list. Time to go out and hunt. So if you have no urge for the variety, it's your body screaming at you, keep it up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know that stuff you're eating, Mitch? Keep doing it. We love it. And we're trying to send you every signal we can send you. We're trying to make it taste as good as we can to you, so you'll keep doing it. We are pleasure-motivated animals after all, like most animals are. The things that give us pleasure, that haven't been co-opted by modern society, are the things we should be doing. Which is why most carnivores marvel at the fact that they don't get tired of eating the same foods every day. That's wildly uncommon in our society. It's exactly the opposite. The rest of the human race is out there on the hunt, trying to find those nutrients that their chemistry needs to build those proteins and many other things, and not getting. And we can't know what proteins exist in the food we're looking at. We can only just keep trying to eat a larger and larger variety of food in the hopes that that nutrient that we're missing might be in there. And that is the reason human beings crave variety in food. There's a reason why men crave variety in women, too. Easily explainable and understandable. And if I could get women to understand it, they would let men off the hook. But enough said about that. The women are going, men are pigs. The men are going, Mitch, if only women understood. We're talking about pretzels. God, I got to catch up here. Time just keeps getting away from me. Peter's complimenting Amy about the appearance last night on Bob's show. And Bob credited me with his new attitude about the YouTube naysayers. Get rid of them. I enjoyed that. I got a kick out of that when he said, Mitch taught me that, you don't have to be nice to these people. Just delete it. He says, I like doing that. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's great. That was one of the best things I ever did on YouTube. Was not to worry about the feelings of people who come on and have no regard for my feelings, that's for sure. I want to fight with them. I want them to go away. And Bob did a little rant last night. It was a mild rant, but rants are good. Rants are good. Well, somebody's talking about strokes here, Peter. Yeah, I don't blame you. Don't get a stroke, Peter. But there's no way you can predict it, and you can't do anything better for yourself than we're doing already. And if you have to finally rely on the medical community, you're on your way down the rabbit hole. Sometimes we need them. It's a shame. Most of us have tremendous damage we did to ourselves over all of those years. Liz says, what is that? Castorium? I don't know what that is. It's listed as natural flavor. Yes, Liz. I don't even want to know what they consider natural flavors. All right, 12 minutes behind and catching up. Steve McBoy, Pete and Jerry's pasture-raised eggs were on sale at Kroger's, $4.39 a dozen was cigarette. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those things. If they say pasture raised, I don't know how much that really means. If the yolks are a dark yellow, that's supposed to mean they're more nutritious. But they have ways to screw up everything in ways. They have certain chicken feed, certain items they put in chicken feed that actually makes the yolks turn orange or more towards the orange side. So even if you see the orange yolks, you don't know. Somebody is always conning you, but you got to eat. And unfortunately, most of us can't raise chickens. The Homeowners Association would evict us. Do the best we can. I'll spend an extra $1 or $2 a dozen for eggs in the hope that maybe they're better eggs. At least when I see eggs that are brown and they're not all exactly the same shade of brown, which is a good thing. It means that there's some diversity in what the chickens that laid those eggs collectively were eating, or else they'd be identical. And pray that means that the chickens indeed were. But even pasture-raised chickens their food has to be supplemented with chicken feed. We're not getting away from that. It's what we got right now. It's the best justification for some small amount of supplementation. We have to assume that our food is going to be nutrient deficient in something because of the world and the environment that these animals are raised in, whether that be a natural environment or a factory type setting. And we have to at least be that cognizant. In a perfect world, none of us would need any supplements. But our world is far from perfect, and our motives and profit motives are even less perfect than that. I did it. I got down to the bottom of the chat. And Donna Ray says, you'll probably get it done today. I noticed that I do them better. We should, okay, well, I don't know what that means. We're running. We're running, I guess. Okay, we did it, everybody. I got to the bottom of the chat. It's only 8:13. Wow. What am I going to do with all this time I have? Thank you so much for coming. We'll call it a day. We'll call it Monday. That's a good name for today. It's been fun. I've had a good time today. Thank you, everyone. I don't think I missed any QQQs. I was keeping an eye out for them, but that's okay. I see Aaron is here. Bye, everyone. Got to get my labs done. Oh, okay. Hope everything works out for you. Retired Rick says goodbye. And Lady June, bye all. Baker Brothers, continue to do them barefooted. Okay, whatever you were talking about. Danny says, bye. Happy day all. Sharon says goodbye. And Rough Carnivore says bye. And some green man waving. Irma T, see ya. See ya. Well, I'll see you too, my friends. Jerry Wojtusz applauding. Man, we are an emoji-driven world. Do I have any coffee left? Yes, I do. Continue to say goodbye. Lizzie says goodbye. Happy Monday. Says you, Myra. That was Tammy Vitarch. Look like you, Myra, from here. Tammy, happy Monday, y'all. Y'all. Thanks, Mitch. You're welcome. You're welcome. Brian Airy says, have a great day, everyone. Standing foot. Steak, rib, chicken, and bacon. Yes, sir. Mike Silly says, have a great day. I will, my friend. And with that, I will officially, and anybody says any different, you tell them Mitch said it was okay. It was okay. Because that's what I do when I go into a store or a bank or something, and when they're done with me, I always say, take the rest of the day off. And they say, well, I don't think my boss would agree with you. You tell your boss that I said it was okay. So take the rest of the day off. And remember that. Oh, if I only had that much influence. And eat meat.